I think over the last 10 years of being married, almost 10 years, January will be 10 years. Yes, we're older than we look.
I guess that's a little high. I'll set you on that shelf. I'm gonna make pumpkin pie.
Are you?
I love pumpkin pie.
I love
Pumpkin pie. Put another pumpkin in my pie, baby. I love pumpkin pie. Put another pie in my pie, baby. Alright, first step, pie dish. Second step, I'm gonna use the rest of the pumpkin puree from when I made kombucha. Here it is. We accidentally got the pie mix. Oh, that's interesting. So this had added sugar in it.
Oh.
Interesting. Huh. I realized that we accidentally got the, or no, it wasn't our fault. It was Instacart's fault. But
I ordered just plain pumpkin.
And we got the pie mix. Anyways, we're gonna use the rest of it and make a pumpkin pie because I love pumpkin pie. Put another pumpkin in my pie, baby.
What is your ideal pie eating plate or dish? What you're actually gonna eat your pie off of?
Wow. That's deep. I think a small plate.
There are so many options of those.
Glass would be cool.
Oh, really?
I'm just thinking, I don't know.
I think your mom has those, right?
I think so. Maybe that's something in my memory. What's your ideal?
Well, the reason I asked is I see my Tupperware plates.
Oh my goodness.
I love vintage Tupperware. Put another vintage in my Tupperware.
Did we show it on the vlog when we first put the buffet table there?
I feel like I didn't show that.
Okay, so we moved this buffet table, console table, whatever you want to call it. We moved it from the plant room to there like months ago. And when we did, we were like, this is so artsy. We can put stuff on display on here that'll look really nice, like art and things. And I go and take Ollie for a walk that night, and I come back, and Mary has all of her Tupperware, like these mugs and these plates, like not just on the shelf, but displayed on the shelf.
It was a joke, and I think at first Peter didn't realize that it was a joke, so he was like,
Okay, here's a question. Who of the two of us is more...
The smirk on your face scares me.
Well, I'm just... Who would you say between the two of us is more into aesthetics and art?
You. 100%.
Which
100%.
I bet people wouldn't realize that. That's why I asked.
So he is particular about symmetry.
Symmetry?
He really cares about it.
Well, not necessarily. Well, by symmetry, it doesn't have to be the same on both sides.
Oh.
But it has to have equal balance.
So, the way that Mary decides on decorations and such is like, throw it on the mantle. Oh, that looks good. All done. Peter is like this. Like he'll move it an inch or two. And so I think that that's part of what makes us work out together, is that we complement each other's gifts and weaknesses.
Yeah.
I don't care at all how most things look. Like, I'll be like, meh, looks good. Okay, let's go. But then...
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the opposite is. Like, what am I particular about I mean, a million things, but like...
Well, it's just that you aren't... Like, that's not something that you enjoy thinking about.
Right.
And
you do.
I enjoy this, like, thinking through the aesthetic of a space.
Yeah. And I enjoy shopping for the things to put on the mantle, and he does not. But once we have it at home, then he cares about how it looks.
Was I supposed to grease that?
No.
Do you grease the pie pan?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, and so I think over the last 10 years of being married, almost 10 years, January will be 10 years. Yes, we're older than we look.
How old do we look?
18.
How old do I look?
I'm guessing people would say 28 or something.
For some reason, I think I look 25.
Yeah, over the last 10 years, figuring out, so like, at first, when we didn't know these things about each other, I would be like, in the process of shopping for something, and he was like learning, oh wow, she really likes this part of it. This takes a long time. And then we'd get home and I'd be like, okay, let's put it on the wall. That looks good. Let's just leave it there. And then he like wants to stand back and spend time on that. So we've learned how the other person, like what part of the process the other person enjoys.
I think, so one of the things I've learned from Mary and I together is that I think sometimes we think about people in black and white terms, like that's a type A person, or that's a type B person, or that's a creative person and that's not a creative person. And I think what I've just seen in Mary and I's lives is some areas of our lives, like I'm type A and she's not, and some areas she is. But like not just type A, like detail oriented, but more like some things like Mary has more of a creative eye and some things
Yeah.
Anyways.
And I think that that's a really good point about like not boxing yourself or other people into a box, because it's like, well, I'm always the creative or I'm always the type A or something like that. Not doing that, just being like, wow, turns out in this particular scenario, I really don't prefer the shopping of this or the process of this. And I guess that's also how we handle a lot of life, is like, I don't mind making some phone calls. Like most businessy calls or like negotiation calls or that sort of thing, it doesn't stress me out. I get a little nervous, but like I enjoy it. I enjoy doing that. But some medical calls totally stress me out, and so he takes those. He really does not like some phone calls, but the medical stuff, it doesn't bother him. Learning each other, learning to balance life and how to... Did you shake it?
Some.
It says shake well.
Let's see if that works. Okay, that'll be good enough.
Good enough. All right, let's make our pie.
And there it is, the finished pumpkin pie.
Oh man.
Here,
oh man. Oh, look at the little face in it. Like, oh. Okay, hold on. Let me, Harry.
Here.
Thank you. Okay. Here, how about these things called? Oven mitts. I feel like you should be holding it since you made it.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We made a pumpkin pie. And
kiss about it.
As always,
we're gonna eat it.
And we'll see,
I'll see you tomorrow. I forgot what was next.
Good night. Good night, everybody. We'll let you know tomorrow how it is. Good night, buddy. Are you destroying a toy? Nice.